Hi, this is Liz McCormick with your Castle Real Estate. And as we go into the COVID-19 Memorial Weekend, I wanted to give everybody an update on what is going on in the real estate world with showings. So we do have to follow a lot of the same guidelines as other businesses: social distancing, wear masks, gloves, things like that. And we have extra added bonuses as well. So those are what I'm going to go over with you now. Every listing agent should be wiping down the property to keep it fresh and clean after every showing. Hopefully that helps you feel a little bit safer as you go into these properties. And also, as you go into the property or somewhere in the property, you should see a paper of showing requirements and instructions. This is one that your castle has made for us, and it is following, of course, the social distancing 6 feet. Bring in as little as possible. Wear your protective mask and gloves at all times, and booties. Try not to touch anything in the property, and if you do, just please ask your agent to touch any light switches or open doors, cabinets, to limit how many people are touching things. Then also, if you do touch anything, please disinfect it with the disinfecting wipes, and do not use the restrooms in the property. Another thing that you should see up or out is a buyer advisory, and this is what you would be filling out and have probably already viewed if you were a buyer, about what you are saying, that you are not sick and that only the buyers that are on the contract are viewing the property. So it'd be the agent, and if there's only one person purchasing, then it would only be 2 people, the agent and that person in the house. Or if it's a couple, so no kids, no parents, no grandparents, no dogs, anything along those lines. We're really cutting back on and limiting how many people are in the house. So this buyer advisory that you fill out, then on the second page here is where you would sign, and this is left at every showing or emailed over to the listing agent so they have a copy and can keep track of who has been in the property. So buyer advisory is then submitted for every showing. You'll also, of course, there's a buyer advisory, there's gonna be a seller advisory. And here's the seller advisory. And then that goes the obligations of what the seller is kind of on the hook for, and them stating that they will turn on lights and open doors and cabinets, those things to help limit who is touching what in the property. Then agents don't have to touch as much for their clients. Also, it is, just saying that if there is a tenant, that brokers are not allowed to ask tenants to leave the property, that the seller is supposed to make accommodations with their tenants to make sure the property is available to view at that time. Nobody is being kicked out of their home for showings, which was kind of something that was going on for a little bit there. So this is a document. This is the other half of the seller's COVID-19 advisory. That is something that you can view in the MLS, probably under supplements or documents, that the listing agent has that up or at the door or on the property. So if you do touch things, like we have some disinfectant here for agents to wipe down, and here is our pile of extra buyer advisories to be signed, a list of instructions here, and we also have it at the front door. Don't forget your mask, and Rob's wife makes masks. She's a seamstress, and they're wonderful. So if you need a mask, let us know. Booties to put on your feet, and of course, gloves. Wipe down anything that you touch. When we were in the stricter COVID-19 restrictions, Rob and I did go under contract with a few clients on some properties. Some terminated, some moved forward. And I'm just going to let you know kind of what that was like in case we do get a second wave and we go back into that. So we were viewing homes and putting in offers sight unseen. We were going just off the video, almost doing everything backwards. We did our due diligence. We looked into the zoning around the area, projects that were going up, HOA fees and what that covered, and then rental agreements, things along those lines. Anything that we could think of that was our due diligence, just so that our clients felt very comfortable writing an offer and not seeing the property. And then once we did write the offer and it was accepted, we put in dates and deadlines to give them a few days to be able to view the property in person and then say, yes, I want to move forward, or no, I want to terminate, before any money was exchanged. So earnest money is about 3 days after you go under contract. It's due to a title company, and the first few days we would allow for our clients to get in and view the property. And that's kind of where that went. So we were able to, since there weren't a lot of buyers out, get one of our clients $20,000 under asking on a 125-year-old home, and then another client $15,000 under asking on a new build. So there's a little added bonus if you're brave enough to put in an offer sight unseen. It can pay off for you, and there's that. We haven't seen property values lower, and if you're interested in seeing the history of recessions, I have some data on that and some graphs that I'd love to send you, so let me know. While I have you here, I also just wanted to go over closings real quick with our agent or clients when they closed. One, we had a notary, the title company sent a notary straight to her house. She was working from home, and the buyer was working from home, and she came out and signed the documents right there. The notary went over everything with her, and she wired the money. Be careful of wire fraud. And it was simple and painless. She said it was a pretty easy experience, but we also wanted that same celebration. So we made sure that gifts and fun things were kind of happening there, since it's such a fun, exciting time and a milestone to be able to buy a home. And we didn't want it just to be sad and kind of, oh, okay. There's also curbside closings, which you may have heard of. Now, this is Greg with First Alliance Title, and he turned his VW bus into a little outdoor office. Then they go up to your car as you pull up and get a copy of your driver's license there, go over documents, and you can sign straight from there. So there's many options still on how to do closings. Inspections are a little bit different. Lending is pretty simple. They are getting a little stricter with requirements and things along those lines, but every lender is different, so just check in with them. If you have any questions, want to view a property, please let us know. We are here for you. I hope you have a fabulous, safe, wonderful Memorial weekend. Take care. Bye.